go around here. Another day in the sunny South Island. Buying this house wasn't easy, and we had to buy it while we were still in Auckland. We couldn't fly down to look at it. We were still in lockdown. It was a mission. The real estate agent was very helpful, and we had some friends here, but not many. We've only got a handful of friends here. One of them in particular was very helpful. He even came to the open homes and filmed the whole place himself. That really helped us make our decision. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing that up now is because in today's exciting episode, you're going to meet this person, unless you've already met him before.
Welcome. Congratulations. I can't believe I'm here for the second time.
You've had a haircut?
Yeah, big one. I was looking like Lion King.
Gaston lives in Nelson.
And they said that they're not weeds. So
Okay,
I'm going to go cut some and help you.
There you go.
So is that your box for flowers, Jess?
That's
No!
for flowers.
What timing, Gaston?
There you go.
You're kidding.
That's a spare ambulance. So they spent more than 10 years developing that secateurs in Japan.
What? I assume it's the same as a regular.
We've got different settings. Very especially developed as well for people with problems in their wrists.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's not me for a long time.
No, but I mean, again, they're quite nice to use. So, but I can show you. Yeah,
Please. How do I open this? I feel like Larry David.
Hey, what is the van?
Don't have it yet.
What?
Still waiting.
I was going to because I watched your video traveling around the trip that I do many times, as you can imagine.
Of
How
course.
many times I drive all the way.
Yeah.
So you can see
Very
how
familiar.
freaking long it is. Yeah.
It's beautiful, the view from the ferry.
Yeah, I just got it so many times, the view, that it's...
Oh my gosh, this is so generous of you.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
okay, that's fine. That's all good. And then you just put it away and that's it. And then you got the folding, so that's for pruning. Need to just, I forgot the other, your Rufus square.
Ah,
You need to put it on there. That's made by Katipo, by George.
in Christchurch. That's awesome.
So that's actually quite cool for the square, but also for any bevel.
How you remember it, Gaston?
Yeah. That's what I liked about this place was the neighborhood.
Yeah.
For me, was ticking all the boxes
Yeah,
because it's freaking quiet.
Yeah.
And then you are absolutely really close to the shops. It's not far away. And then in this place, there was more opportunity to do more stuff in the house. Into the other place, nothing.
It was already done, eh?
You just go moving with your toothbrush and that's it. Watch out with the ceiling, mate.
That's right. Needs to come down anyway. This can be the first. This can be the first hammer blow.
Salud.
Looks like you got a good haul there, Jess.
I know.
I'll talk to you all these ones soon.
Okay. Thanks again, Gaston, for helping me buy a house.
That's all good.
I've got a double garage there that's completely empty.
Oh man, you're gonna fill that with so much gear. I can't wait.
It's gonna get very dangerous.
Well, we should have a play date soon.
I agree.
Come to my place and then one day I come here. Tell our wives to come and pick us up like kids. You know, guys, it's time to go.
Great idea. So this garage is going to be a work in progress. Clearly it's very dark, and making it lighter is one of the first things I need to do. But more importantly, getting this place secure. So we've got those two tilt doors and I've changed the locks on them. And we've got this old school handle here, but I've gone and bought a handle that will look exactly the same as that, but replace it. Just so I know I'm the only one with a key. Not only do I have double the floor space that I had in that container, it's a double garage, but I also have this carport here. Just having this space is a real luxury for me. Check this weird thing out. This is a cupboard, and it's been installed around the rafters of the carport. And when you open the doors, you then have the pedestrian entry to the garage. So I don't know if this is like an added security feature, or maybe just the old owner was having a little bit of fun. Either way, I appreciate it. Now, one of the pressing issues with this garage is the fact that it's steel, galvanized steel, and we have this everywhere. Rust everywhere, and it's particularly bad on the roof. And there's also a nice little secret garden here. That's the garage. Anyway, it needs some paint, or rust repair, or both. I don't know, I'm not a painter. Let me know in the comments below what you'd do. And the garden needs a trim as well. Oh yeah, and the door here. Totally busted up. I don't know if you're sensing a theme, but there's a lot of repair work. Oh my god, look at all these ants. Jess and I got given all these keys in this envelope when we bought the place. Trial and error. Oh, come on. The first key I tried. There's going to be a few small jobs that we need to do around the house. And that's partly because we're going to need building consent when it comes to doing the kitchen and the bathroom. The other reason is because my van isn't here yet. Yet it was meant to be here. Now part of the reason that is annoying is my hole saw kit is in the van, among other things. And right now I'm trying to replace the deadbolt. So that's a new door handle. And this deadbolt has got a strange diameter hole. I basically need to make that hole bigger in order to fit this. Let's get a hole saw. But the issue with the house, we need building consent because we plan to slightly relocate the kitchen. Or at least that's our initial idea. And we also are more than likely going to put tiles in a bathroom. And anytime you add tiles, I'm sorry about the bumpy road by the way, anytime you add tiles in an area that hasn't been tiled, you need to get waterproofing, and the council need to check that you're doing the waterproofing correctly. So yeah, we need to get building consent, but we're not as reluctant as maybe you'd expect, because I think it's important to get design ideas from people who know about design. I am a builder and that's my area of expertise. Design definitely isn't. We've got some ideas, but you should never underestimate the kind of tips you could get from a designer. I bumped into another builder here in Nelson who watches the channel, and I mentioned that we were going to start looking for architects, and he said good luck. Apparently wait times are months, not weeks, and getting this close to Christmas might be a bit difficult. As for the van, well, that's another story. That is on the truck, and the last I heard is that it's in Wellington. And the annoying thing is I just put basics in there. I just put basics like hole saws and workbenches and ladders and things. Things I didn't think I'd need, but not the first time I've been wrong. Just need a 54mm hole. That's like the most common size, I think. You know, it was cheaper to buy the hole saw door kit than it was to buy a hole saw. How does that make sense? Not only do I not have the gear at the moment, but I think my reputation as a carpenter is in question with Jess. She hasn't said it, but after the last exciting episode where I put that chain on incorrectly, I've gone and put a cheap deadbolt on, and that broke in a matter of days. I'm trying to redeem myself here by putting this new deadbolt on. If this works, all will be well. If it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to blame it on the move if I make another mistake, but right here is a genuine issue that happens quite often when you're putting new locks in old doors. It's not as simple as just drilling the hole, because you already have a hole there. Let me show you what I mean. So what you normally have is this pilot bit that comes out first, and that lets you position exactly where you want this bigger hole to be. But in a hole like this, we already have a big hole there. So the pilot bit has nowhere to go. All we need is a little bit of scrap wood. And then with that scrap wood, make a bunch of holes. Okay. So now the only clamps that I have are extra long. Those are the ones that came on the moving truck, but they should do the job. And all you do is position this over the hole. Now the goal here is to drill inside here without this moving. I am concerned that perhaps I've already blunted this by using it on the MDF. Sort of smoked before, but should be good enough. Put it in reverse first. That gives it a little something to dig into. I think it worked. Success. Don't have to give up my day job just yet. Finally arrived. My van finally arrived. Now's the part where I talk about Squarespace, the sponsor of this episode. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform to build your online presence and run your business. I pride myself on the quality of the work that I do, and one of the best ways to showcase that quality is by my website. Squarespace make that easy for me with features like their galleries, portfolios, automatic image scaling, and being able to connect your website to your social media accounts. They have heaps of resources to help you build your website, which really helps if you're a rookie like me. The platform is simple and it looks really good, which is really crucial for your business. So if you need a website and you want to try this platform out, they have a free trial, so you have nothing to lose. Once you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/Scott Brown Carpentry to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I've got my workbench, I've got my levels, but in the meantime, you might have seen as I pulled up, I've got a gardening dilemma. That might be the next exciting episode.